Hey guys, it's Chelsea. So today I'm here with a super easy holiday glam. It's mostly just the winged liner and the red lips. All you'll need for this is the white eyeliner, a black eyeliner, some falsies if you like, and a really great red lip. So if you're all set for the video, stay tuned. Alright guys, so here we are to start. So I'm using a concealer as my eyeshadow primer. Usually I'm all about eyeshadow primers, but as of late I've been using concealer. So hey, if you run out of primer and you don't feel like going out to buy some, just use your concealer because it'll give you the same effect. I mean, at least I really like the effect it gives, and hey, it saves you a few bucks and that's never a bad thing. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is we are going to take a flat panel brush and apply a really nice matte nude shade as our base on our lid. And this is NYX's I Have a Headache eyeshadow. You just want to put that all over your lid, cover it up until your crease. After that, we're going to take this medium brown shade, whatever shade you like, and we're going to use that as the base for our crease transition color. I'm going to apply a good amount of it here, so just apply that deep into your crease, starting at the outer corner and pulling it all the way in to the full center of your crease and bring it up just a bit. Then we'll go in with this darker chocolate eyeshadow, which is actually a contour shade, but I use this as an eyeshadow, and that's totally fine. And we're going to use that to deepen up the crease. Then take that lighter shade and you're just going to apply that as your eyebrow highlight, and you can feel free to highlight a little bit more if you want to raise your brow after you put your brows on. Next, we're going to go in with a white eyeliner. This is Lunar C by Limecrime, and this is just a really great white eyeliner, and we're going to create a winged liner. So you want to outstretch your eyeliner a little bit further than you normally would and pull it about 90% all the way into the inner corner of your eye. Don't hit your inner corner, but just sit it right above that. And then you're just going to take your black eyeliner and carefully you're going to apply the eyeliner right below the white eyeliner, so you just have a nice simple white line on top of your usual cat eye. Okay, so now we just need to coat our lashes so we can prepare them for the eyelashes we're going to have to put on. I'm using a thinner wispy lash, but feel free to use a fluffy one if you like. And just make sure the glue you use is nice and tacky and sticky to make sure your lashes stay on. So apply those bad boys, and then next make sure that you apply a liner to your waterline as well as your tight line. Don't forget the tight line. And then right after this, mascara and primer. Let's do foundation. So I'm just using a redness reducing primer and mixing two foundations, the Makeup Forever HD foundation as well as the NARS All Day Luminous foundation. Alright, so now it is time for highlight. So usually you want to go about a shade or two lighter than your actual skin tone. I go for 2 shades lighter, and I do these nice large like Nike style checks underneath my eyes, line down the bridge of my nose, on my chin, and on my forehead. For my brows, I take a pencil and I want to draw out the shape of my arch and the tail first with the pencil. And then next, I'm going to go in with the Anastasia brow pomade and fill in my brows, that way they don't move or smudge. And then the front of my brows, I just make sure to brush upwards to create hair-like strokes, so that way my brows have a nice transition and they don't just look super harsh and stark. I'm just going to go in with a really fluffy brush. I'm going to blend out all that highlight now that it has time to sit a little bit and get a little bit on that, the stickier side, yeah, so we can apply our powder and bake a little bit. I'm going in with a cream foundation. This is Coco by e.l.f. and I'm going to Now cream contour. This really goes, a little bit goes a long way, so you don't have to use a lot, which actually is quite nice. And then go ahead and blend that out too. You just want to make sure you can get those lines blended out as smoothly as possible. It's pretty important, but if you can't get them blended out as perfect as you want them, don't worry, it's okay. We're gonna apply a setting powder on top and then use a big fluffy brush later on to blend it out, so it doesn't have to be absolutely perfect. So I'm just going to go in with that deep chocolate brown that we used as a contour color for our eyes, and I'm going to set my cream contour. Just make sure you just blend everything through, and then I'm going to apply a loose powder underneath my eyes to also set my highlight as well. The powder generally is a shade or two lighter, just like the highlight is. So you just want to make sure you blend that all out everywhere that you put the cream highlighter, so that way nothing is left untouched. And then of course blend. So I'm just going to do one more powder, which is the glossing powder by Make Cosmetics, and I'm going to use it as an overall blending shade. Alright, it's time for blush. So I'm using the e.l.f. Dark Blush Quad. This actually is really fantastic and it's really inexpensive. So I mixed two blushes here together to get more of a rosy cheek. And then, of course, bronze, 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 bronze. And I know what you're thinking. I look super crazy, but it's okay because we're going to blend. Blending is our friend. It's the best. So just make sure you go in after you push on your blush and blend that out with your bronzer. And blend, 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 blend. Next, we're going to apply highlighter. Of course, since this is a holiday look, you want to make sure your face is beautiful and gleaming. So this is Avalon by ColourPop. And after that, of course, the most important part, the red lips. I'm using Unicorn Blood by Jeffree Star Cosmetics, and this is the perfect holiday red. So guys, this is my holiday look. It's great for a work party or perhaps a friend's party. Feel free to subscribe to my channel. Follow me on Instagram at ChelseaDMarch, and follow me on Snapchat just to kind of see what's going on in my life at Chelsea_March. Well, guys, that's it for this video. I'll see you next time. Bye!